Ball State with the drive out to get inside the 50, but then penalties and made the punt again. So,
and that's pretty deflating for a defense when you have a team pinned back there and they look you in the eyes and they just march it right down the field. So Cardinals have to grind the teeth and stick with it, though. Adrian Reese back to kick return this time.
Reese standing at his 10-yard line. I think the wind in the face of the kicker right now. So see if Adrian can put a spark into the offense. They'll throw a squib kick down there. And it goes through the legs of number 8. Reese gets the football, and he's going to run to his right. He has an opening as he crossed the 30. And he's up to the 40. Adrian just stutter stepping all over the place up to the 41-yard line. Number 8 for Ball State right there was Bernard Alsbury, a sophomore at University of Park, Illinois. Went right through his legs right here, as you see. And Adrian picks it up, and then
Reese,
Adrian.
The crafty senior, able to make something happen out of nothing. And looks like another good move by Coach Lynch, putting Adrian Reese back there, able to create something.
Really one of the big play guys. And so shotgun, 2 tailbacks in. Looks like Tate and Dunbar in there. Not Scott Volk, and Dunbar will get the carry left side. Nothing doing. Plenty of Akron Zips on the way for the stop there. Number 29, Richard Jones. And then the whip, George Cameron, was there to stuff him. We'll go down to Bill Davis with a quick report. Bill?
Yeah, guys, I just talked to the trainer. Kevin Cartwright has been diagnosed with a knee sprain. He's not going to return to the ball game. There will be an MRI on Monday.
And that's certainly bad news. Thanks, Bill. Or bad news for the Cardinals with Cartwright. Now Volk is still in the game. And Kahn is going to run. Plenty of running room for Brian Kahn. No, he was going to keep running inside the 40. A huge gain for Brian Kahn, about 19 yards. Brian, as we saw in the first game he started this year against IU, he was not afraid to take any hits.
And Akron, I think, is pretty surprised he didn't go down. He just kept at it, went right up in the midfield, and was able to take on some tacklers and get a first down for the Cardinals.
As remember at that IU game, Brian, about the second play from scrimmage, he took a huge hit.
Oh, he took
another big hit right there.
Yeah, Brian's a tough individual.
So from the 38, Kahn is in shotgun. Volk to the left of him, and Dunbar. Volk will, and actually Kahn still has the football.
There we go.
There's Montez Curran inside the 30 down to the 26. A big gain of 12, maybe 13 yards on first down. So nice Ball State moving the ball. Nice here. Montez, that's only his 6th catch of the season. Montez, a lot of catches last year. Replay of Montez's nice grab there. Nice fake by Kahn. And there was Montez over the middle. Nice pass route there from Montez, and he goes down, and it'll be first down.
Another one of those fifth-year seniors.
Actually, it will not be. We have a penalty flag on the field, and it was an ineligible man downfield. And just when we think we weren't really paying attention to the field there, we're all excited about the first down, but take it back 5 yards, and it's 1st and 15.
Yeah, a little play action there with the shotgun.
And, of course, an eligible receiver means that one of the linemen got it too far in front of the line of scrimmage on the pass there. So 5 wideouts, Kahn in shotgun formation. Another penalty. I think somebody moved on the Ball State offensive line. Back it up 5 more yards. And, Eric, this is just, you start moving the ball. It seems like we start getting the positives going, and then somehow we always shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency. Something Coach Lynch has been looking for. The team just hasn't had that offensive consistency for a year and a half now, so got to work these things out.
Man, Bill Lynch has just got to be scratching his head on the sidelines.
And with the running game,
there's nothing he can do about this stuff.
With the running game struggling, our first home game against Toledo looked like he kind of turned Brian loose a little bit. We couldn't run the ball against Toledo, just let Brian go, and it looks like he's trying to do that this time too.
And Kahn in shotgun, he's going to throw again, and a lofty pass. Montez, no flag. The ball was underthrown, and a lot of contact between Dwight Smith, number 15, and Montez Curran. I guess they're thinking maybe an uncatchable football.
And there's that one-on-one coverage. Coach Lynch saying that Akron plays a lot of people at the line of scrimmage. That leaves one-on-one coverage on the outside receivers. We had one-on-one coverage that time with Montez Curran. Couldn't make a play, though. Brian kind of underthrew that ball a little bit. Needed to throw it up a little more.
Kahn had a lot of pressure on him right there and just was unable to set his feet or get any balance on the throw. So 5 wideouts, 3 to Kahn's left. And Kahn will drop back, plenty of time to throw, rolling again. Wants a block from Billy Lynch. He's got to run now.
Good move.
Good move for Brian. He's got about 17 yards back right there. So he was calling for the block for Billy Lynch there, and Billy just didn't respond with the block. I think Billy didn't realize Brian was past the line of scrimmage here.
Brian deceptively quick back there. He's done this all year. He's able to move around and create some things. And look at this move right up here.
Calling for the block.
No. Guy number 20 taking his seat on the grass. Nice move by Brian Kahn to pick up some good yardage.
Mike Hughes pretty much faked out right there, and that'll bring up a big third and about 5 for Ball State. The crowd looking for some reason to get into this game. Shotgun. Kahn back to throw, plenty of time. Over the middle, he overthrew. Intercepted by John Eaton, and he's still on his feet. Nick Dunbar misses the tackle. He's into the 20, and we just had a gust of wind in the press box here, and we lost about half our notes, and they're probably going to end up on the field. No laughing matter, though, with that interception there. Brian, maybe the wind, maybe that gust of wind took his ball right there. I don't know, but just nothing doing on that play right there.
They just come at the wrong time.
Man.
Every time.
Another drive stopper for Ball State. The interception, John Eaton. Of course, Eaton, a receiver last year, now making the move to free safety. And here it is, Kahn, a very wobbly pass. And you see he just overthrew Adrian Reese by about 5 yards. And Washington is going deep here on first down.
Wow.
Scheumann makes the grab all the way inside the 35-yard line. A gain of about 40 yards on first down. So just like that, Ball State finds himself in another big hole.
That was a heck of a catch right there, number 41, Jake Scheumann. But they just seem to come at the wrong time for the Cardinals. You know, these guys aren't trying to make mistakes. They just, you know, maybe they're just trying too hard to make plays, and sometimes mistakes happen.
And Brian, you know, he's made his share of mistakes with the interceptions, but send it down to Bill Davis. I will send it down to Bill Davis after the play here. It's going to be first down and 10 on the 34, so the defense once again has to come up big. Here's the handoff to Payne, right side. And actually, this is Jimmy Gray, and he is all the way inside the 20-yard line down to about the 11-yard line. A 23-yard gain on first down. Akron just throws another back at us.
Yep, you got to be mentally tough. I mean, when something bad happens, you just got to grind the teeth and bunker down, and the defense just not doing that right now.
All right, Bill Davis has another report down on the field. Bill.
Well, guys, the wind, I'll tell you what, it's almost like Ball State is under a curse. The wind was going from south to north, and Ball State was going against the wind. And now it has shifted with a front coming in. It's going from north to south, and once again, Ball State's looking against the wind. Back to you guys.
All righty, Bill, thank you, and maybe something to do. Well, here's the first down and 10 from the 11, and James Washington keeps left side, and he's inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. So Ball State, the defense, they can't stop Akron right now.
Yeah, Butchie Washington kind of in a comfort zone right now, as is the Akron offense. And the Cardinal defense just having some problems.
So not the kind of start that the Cardinals needed. We're under 7 minutes here in the second quarter. Ball State has yet to really pose much of a threat as far as scoring, except for that last drive. We were still outside the 30-yard line on a 3rd and 5 and the interception, but now Akron knocking on the door again. Handoff up the middle. Ernest Presley there, I think, to stop the tailback at the 1-yard line. And it looked like number 34, that was Marcus Merriweather with the stop. Number 44 for Akron, one of their fullbacks, Tony McCray. So there you see it, rushing yards up to date. Akron 88, Ball State just 44. Kahn has 29 of those. The tailbacks and the quarterback for Akron really eating up Ball State right now. Too much of a threat, Butchie Washington, to throw and to run. So here's the third and goal from the 1, and Brandon Payne is into the end zone for another touchdown. So the Zips take a 13-0 lead here. And Ball State down big time early. And another big drive for Akron.
Didn't take long for the Akron Zips to take advantage of the turnover. Marched it right down the field, and they now lead it 13-0.
So with 5:55 left here in the second quarter, the Zips will attempt the extra point to go up 14-0. And then Ball State has to get on the field, and they have to put some points on the board. The extra point is up and is good. And so Akron takes the 14-0 lead here at home. And here's a replay of the touchdown. Brandon Payne right up the gut, looking for the touchdown. He knew he was in, and he gets up. He's pretty excited. And for Payne, just more rushing yards. Payne with now 24 rushing yards. You look at James Washington, 28 rushing yards. Jimmy Gray with that big carry on during the drive for 25 yards. He has 27. Tony McCray has 11. And now that Akron drive, just 5 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock. So Akron is scoring quick now.
Yeah, Ball State not being able to stop the run, and they haven't been able to establish a running game. And those two that's a dangerous combination right there. Adrian Reese, though, back again for the Cardinals for the kick return.
So hopefully Adrian can maybe light another fire.
Yeah, it's kind of dead right now.
Here
the crowd's kind of out of it, and the team.
Everybody just, I don't see one person standing right now in the stands, and just kind of a ho-hum day so far for Ball State. And you'd like to see Ball State, with homecoming, get fired up here for homecoming. And here's the kick. So let's see if Adrian Reese, he will get this football back about at the goal line. Here's Reese off the right side. Had a seam and was tripped up at about the 16-yard line. So the Cardinals back inside their own 20. 14-0 the score. 5:45 left here in the second quarter. So Eric, your keys to the game, the good start, that's definitely not happening. Given Kahn time to throw, that is happening. And Brian with that critical mistake last time.
It's a test of determination right now for the Cardinals. They're facing adversity right now. They've lost 10 games in a row. They're down 14-0. How determined are these guys? And that's going to determine it.
On first down, a handoff from Kahn. Looks like Cuevas Tate, and he was stuffed for a loss of what looks to be about 3 yards on first down. And you can't. Okay, a loss of just maybe a yard or two. You got to get Akron, we saw it last play, a 40-yard gain on first down, a 25-yard gain on first down. Ball State's settling for 3-4 yards on first down, and then even when they get a first down, the penalty brings it back.
Mm-hmm. Need a spark.
Single set, 2 tight ends. Tate the carry again and stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Boy, this is about as quiet as I've seen Ball State Stadium for a while.
James Cochran, number 5, with the stop there out of Tampa, Florida.
So 3rd and long, the call. 3rd and about 11. See what Ball State, if they come out with the 5 wideout set. Looks like they will do just that. Maybe just 4 wideouts. Adrian Reese over here on the left, the bottom of your screen. Reese now in motion. Kahn drops back to throw. Need a big play here. Out to Cuevas, and Cuevas caught the ball and fumbled the football. It's going to be picked up and ran into the end zone by number 20, Mike Hughes. And boy, oh boy, man, tough day for Ball State so far. Cuevas with the catch and the fumble. And Akron shocking Ball State right now, up 20-0.
Yeah, no, Ball State coaches aren't complaining. Looks like he did have control. Yeah, I guess he did.
He had control,
he had possession of it. And it's
Hughes picks it up, runs it right in the end zone. Unbelievable right now. Ball State finding themselves in a unbelievable hole. We have been in this hole all season, Eric. 21-0 at IU, 24-7 last week. Toledo had us down at the half. Wisconsin, we were down only by 15, but Rockmont Crable almost got through and blocked that extra point. That one hits off the scoreboard. It's good. So 21-0, a defensive touchdown right there for Akron. And boy, oh boy, Eric, we look at it, 4:26 left. Ball State trails 21-0. More important than ever to get something on the board here before halftime.
Yeah, the Cardinals had only fumbled it twice this year, and when things are going bad, they're really going bad.
Alrighty, the Weather Center forecast for game day calls for partly sunny skies with a high of 68. Of course, News Center at 5:30 and 9:30 has Muncie's only television weather specialists. Watch News Center Monday through Thursday nights on channels 57 and 43. That's right here on channels 57 and 43. Of course, the news at 5:30 and 9:30 Monday through Thursday. So now back to the action. The Zips looking to, or Zips will kick off here. And Ball State definitely has to get something on the board here. We are already, I'm shocked up here with the turn of events.
Where did
so
this
far.
come from? It seemed like a minute ago it was 0-0, and now it's 21-0.
That's what defensive touchdowns will do for you. We saw a game turn around real quick last week with Kahn's interception when it was 17-7. This kickoff looks to be deep into the end zone. Adrian will just take a knee. Ball State will take the ball out at the 20-yard line. So, if anything, the Cardinals have to get something going here. Brian Kahn will come out. He's talking to Coach Lentz on the sideline right now. And seems like after that Kevin Cartwright injury, Ball State kind of the wind out of their sails.
Execution. They're not executing. I don't know if that's a lack of focus or they're just not making the plays right now.
63 total yards for Ball State right now to Akron's 188. So a definite advantage for Akron right now. 4 wideouts, 3 up top.
Whole lot of time left.
Kahn will hand off to Nick Dunbar. Nice to see Dunbar back in. Dunbar breaks one across the 20, across the 25, out to about the 27. Nice gain of 8 on first down. Get things rolling here.
Yeah, Coach Lynch is just determined to get this running game straightened out. Down 21-0, you think the Cardinals would come out firing, but they're going to stick with that run, just try to get something established.
And I think Nick Dunbar is going to stay out here. Dunbar has ran the ball pretty well, and Cuevas just was ineffective, and he had the fumble there. And Nick playing pretty well right now. A second down and 2. Handoff up to Dunbar. He's up to the 25. His 10th carry of the game. Maybe a gain of about 1. And that, I don't know if it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be just a little short of the first down. Maybe they'll measure. Nope, they're going to give Ball State the first down. So Dunbar 2 yards on the carry. Now 10 carries for 23 yards. Charlie Cardinal, I don't know, we need about 15 Charlies in this place right now to get these fans going. Get these Ball State Cardinals. 3:30 left. The clock's still ticking.
Well, we got off to such a good start today with the parade, with homecoming, and Cardinals kind of hanging in there at the first quarter, but it's turned for the worse.
See what Kahn can do on first down. He'll hand off left side to Dunbar. Nick breaks it outside, but a nice tackle by number 34 for the Akron Zip defense. Number 34 being Nate Johnson. Johnson, a senior out of Steubenville, Ohio. A lot of people, of course. Akron, of course, in Ohio. Here's the replay. Nice tackle here coming up from Johnson. Johnson, a senior from Steubenville, and a lot of players from Ohio. They only have one player from Indiana. Here you go. The crazy fan. I remember this guy from last year. He'll try to get the fans in it. Kahn looks like he can run. He's up to the 40, across the 40, a first down for Bryan, all the way up to the 44-yard line. So Bryan's still running the ball effectively. Bryan, our leading rusher right now. There you see the fans right there. Those fans are standing up, and they're ready to see the Cardinals.
They need something to cheer about. They're just dying out there.
And of course, remember, folks, Ball State not out of this one. If you remember 96, big comeback win against Ohio that year. So here's the replay. Here's Kahn running up the gut. And we're back to live action, and that draw from shotgun formation fooled nobody. Plenty of Akron Zips back there. 55, Ade Edwards with the tackle. Bill Davis down on the field. He's got a guest, I think, Bill.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. This is a familiar face to some Ball State fans. Mike New, the quarterback of the 1989 MAC championship team, as well as 93. Of course, the 10th year anniversary for the 89 team. It's good to see you back here.
Oh, it's great. I wouldn't miss homecoming unless there's a major situation where I couldn't make it back. But it's always good to see the guys and always come back to support the team. And we know they're going through a tough time right now, but we're always going to be here supporting. Hopefully if we can provide a spark or help in some way, that's what we're here to do.
Mike, it's good to see you right here. I know, like you said, the team isn't doing too well right now, down 21 points. Do you think they have any shot in the second half?
Hey, in my homecoming, my senior year, we were down 30-3 at halftime and won 31-30. So anything can happen. We're not going to give up on them. We'll be right here. So we, hopefully they can get in there at halftime and get regrouped, and we'll see what happens.
Mike New, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bill. In the while we were away, you missed this incomplete pass. Jermaine Jordan almost pulled it in. Could not. Now there's a stoppage. It'll be 3rd and 15 for Ball State. I think a timeout was called by by Ball State. So Mike New, of course, keep the faith here. 30-3 that year, and down big at the half. There you see the points off turnovers. Akron with 14 off those 2 Ball State turnovers, and that's just. I mean, if you can capitalize on turnovers, you can win football games. But Ball State, of course, as we're getting back to that point, big-time comeback wins and homecomings, and homecoming has been kind to the Cardinals, 13-14, 7 in a row. And, of course, not that senior leadership that we had, of course, back in 96 when that big comeback. I think we were down somewhere around 3 touchdowns going into the 4th quarter and came back and won that game in overtime.
Yeah, the Cardinals just don't have a choice right now. They're down 21-0. You just can't fold in the tents, and I guarantee you they won't do that. You got to find a way to come back. Oh boy.
Brian fumbled the shotgun snap, and that is something you can't have. That's going to bring up 4th down, and Ball State's going to be forced to punt. Man, oh man. Brian didn't even look like he was ready to catch the ball. Like maybe the snap was early or what there. I don't know, but it's going to bring up a 4th and about 21, so definite punting situation for Ball State. Akron calls a timeout. They'll have 1:32 to work with.
Yeah, Ball State was just coming right out of a timeout, and that's so frustrating for Coach.
Kahn was apparently ready for the snap, and it was a high snap and just butterfingers right there from Brian.
Probably had a play set up for Ball State, and then something like that happens. Cardinals aren't going to receive the ball to open the second half either. Of course, they received it to open the game, so can't let the damage get any further here.
Brad Croft, he probably loves to be out on the field, but doesn't like to be out on the field this much. He will punt, and Akron almost got in a low punt. It will take a bounce to the left and out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So Akron with 1:26 on the clock, 2 timeouts. The way they've been moving the ball, that last drive was about 1:30, and man. So Ball State, the defense has got to come up with a stop here and at least keep this one within striking distance for the second half, and then Coach Lynch is just going to have to fire his team up for the second half. I mean, that's been the case a lot. I mean, even when you look back at this 10-game losing streak, I remember the Miami game last year, fell down 28-0 at the half. 28-17 was the final, but you just put yourself down so much at the half that you can't come back. Here's the tailback running to the left side. Number 11,
number 27.
Pete Smith on the tackle there. Christian Morgan, a new tailback in for Akron. Looks like he got out of bounds, maybe a gain of 1, so Akron throwing in plenty of backs.
Well, they run him out there, don't they? I mean, you got Payne, a young man who's got a lot of talent as a starter, and there's
nice play by Pete Smith there.
Only problem is you knocked him out of bounds.
So the clock stopped with 1:19 left here. And Akron with 2 wideouts. You see Schifino down here on the right. No, that's not Schifino. That's going to hand off to the fullback up the middle. A gain of about 5. That's going to be McCray with the gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Bring up a 3rd and about 4. So Ball State letting the clock roll. Maybe we will just be content if we can stop them here. They go in down 21-0 because the offense has just not been able to move the football.
Ball State actually came into this game #1 in the MAC in pass offense, but that's pretty deceiving though, because they just haven't been able to stop the run this year.
They've had to pass so much this season.
Yeah.
Here's the kind of the counter play. McCrae's got a first down. He's inside Ball State territory all the way down to the 47-yard line. So we'll see if Akron will call a timeout here. They'll get the stoppage with 36.4 left. And it's a first down for Akron. And when the chain's set, the chains haven't even moved yet. I think Akron maybe they're going to call a timeout. No, they're not going to call a timeout. They will call a timeout. So Akron with the timeout.
And there you see the replay. The fullback, they continue to use that fullback. Obviously, you'd think with under a minute to go, your team would probably be passing to try and move the ball down the field, but Akron feels very confident that they can run the ball on Ball State, and they're just taking it right at us right now.
Maybe they'll probably take one shot here, maybe at a big play, see what they can get. I mean, Washington definitely has the arm to get it down to the end zone, and they still have one timeout left, so they can still pass in the middle of the field, and then once the chain's set, spike the ball or call a timeout. So the kids enjoying being at a football game, but definitely not enjoying what the score is right now.
Tough second quarter for Ball State.
Here's a statistician John Shaner passes along. Average yards per play so far, Akron 6.3, Ball State under 3 at 2.7. That's not going to get a lot of first downs. Here's the fake pitch, a great block, and Washington is inside the 40-yard line. Luckily, he tripped himself up, and he fell inside the 35 to the 33. So another first down for Ball State. Huge block by number 50 on the offensive line by Scott Smith, the center. Just put Rockman Crable straight to the ground. So 28 seconds. The clock begins to run. Akron spikes the football. So that'll make it second down. So Akron definitely trying to get some more points. They're already close to field goal range.
Cardinals trailing it down 21. The defense needs to step up here. I mean, you just gotta find a way to make a play. Cardinals were able to do that in the first quarter, and it's just a matter of determination right now.
All righty. So 25.8 seconds left here. Akron has jumped all over Ball State. Of course, they scored the 2 offensive touchdowns, the defensive touchdown, and they're looking for more here. Washington will roll left and is going to throw. Lavelle Bailey wide open. At the 23, it's going to stop the clock as the chains will move again. Akron in field goal range at least. And with James Washington's arm, definitely within striking distance of a couple shots at the end zone.
Very accurate short passes. This guy's for real. He's a good quarterback.
Akron will not waste the timeout. They'll spike the football again. So first and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 23. And boy, oh boy, Ball State just putting themselves consistently in a hole. Washington passing the football right now so far. Washington with 108 yards through the air. Ball State with only 18. And the rushing, Ball State with 58, but Akron with 118. So Akron running a very balanced offense right now, and Washington has 41 of those rushing yards. He's rolling out to his right, Rockman Crable right there, and the incomplete to number 35, Matt Zerker. Washington was pressured by Rockman Crable. It's nice to finally see some pressure on a quarterback. I mean, Akron's just been running around at their own free will.
What's Akron going to do here? 11 seconds to go. Probably one more shot at the end zone.
They still have their timeout, so they can still throw over the middle, and the clock will, of course, stop on a first down catch. So still some options for Ball State. And the crowd trying to get into it here. And here we go. 3rd and 10. Washington throws to the end zone, lofts it, broken up. Nice play in the end zone. I think Chikosi Bell with the nice coverage down there, and that will set up a field goal to be attempted by Akron. Looks like they'll spot the ball on the left hash, so this one going to be about a 40-yard attempt. And I think with the wind shift, he now has the wind behind him. Would I be correct in that?
It's doing so many funny things out there, it's hard to say, Jeff.
All right, Zach Durr, and I think either Ball State jumped or, and oh boy, I mean, you're already down 21-0. You just can't have penalties. Hopefully this one will be for some movement against Akron, but the way Akron, it looks like it's going to be on Ball State. And there you see Bill Lynch. He is absolutely, he probably is just like us. I mean, I'm in shock that we have this minimal offensive output, and Akron is just walking all over us. I mean, Akron, a team, Eastern Michigan beat them up in the second half last week, 38-17. They're 2-2. The 7th penalty of the first half for Ball State, so move it ahead 5 yards. A 35-yard field goal attempt by Zach Durr, and it looks like it's good through just inside the right post. So 24-0 with a little under a second left, so Ball State will get a chance to return the kick here, but right now this is just not even close to what Ball State wants.
Yeah. 24 points in the second quarter for Akron, and the first half struggles for Ball State continues. They've been outscored 77-14 coming into this game in the first half, and you can add 24 more points onto that.
Well, with just 9/10 of a second left, Ball State will only be able to do something. This might be his first field goal attempt of the season. Puckey was coming off injury. Kevin Jennings had kicked most of the season, but now Thomas with the, this, of course, this is his first attempt of the season. Good snap. Puckey's kicks up, and it's long enough.
There we go.
And it's good. So Ball State gets on the board, and they trail just by 3 touchdowns now. So we're not getting shut out. 24-3, still have that miracle chance. And Thomas Puckey was good. It looked like it just snuck inside the left upright.
Kicking game's been pretty good for the Cardinals this year. Brad Croft, of course, punting it. And Kevin Jennings came into the game 3 of 4 from the field goals. And Thomas able to knock down his first field goal attempt of the year.
So Ball State 24-3, 45.1 seconds left. So Eric just a little under 16 minutes of football left, but
the Cardinal Crazy's doing some push-ups.
they only get to do 3 right now. The Cardinal Crazies would like to do about 21 more push-ups and tie this thing up, maybe get some overtime action. There you see the band. They put on a good performance at the half, and the pride of Mid-America. And take a look to our left over here, the field hockey team getting set. They're going to have to deal with some wind over there. They keep the ball near the ground, though, so the wind won't have too much of an effect. But our field hockey team, of course, yesterday defeating Kent in one of those revenge games that you love to hear about. Of course, Kent, who ended the big, long winning streak last year. Ball State 4-1 winners yesterday. Sally Northcroft, big surprise, another hat trick for her. Actually, it's a surprise. She usually scores about 5 or 6. Here's the kickoff, and number 36 for Ball State. Just did a nice sight. Nice flip over there, Alan Liddy. And the return there, out to the 22-yard line, so that's where Akron will set up shop. A replay of the kick here. And
I think it's going to be 36, Alan
Liddy in here coming in. Gets
Lighty.
flipped right over by the blocker. Oh, my.
Reckless abandon.
Stuffed at the 22. So James Washington.
That's how those special teams guys have to be, though.
1st and 10 from the 22. Washington will hand off on the counter play to McCray, and he's all the way across the 30 up near the 31-yard line, gain of 9. Akron's ran that counter play probably about 20 times already today, and it's faked Ball State out about every single time.
If you can't stop it, they're just going to keep going at it.
And that looks like it'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So Ball State gets on the board. Both teams kick a field goal. And as the clock ticks down, we'll switch sides of the field, and there'll be 15 minutes left here for homecoming. Ball State trailing 24-3 as we head to the 4th quarter. And Eric, that'll give us a chance to, we'll talk about some to set up a third down pass so you can keep plenty of time on the clock. Akron probably going to run the football here. And we'll see what happens here on second down from the 31. Need the 32. Handoff Brandon Payne. Plenty of yardage first down. Up to the 37-yard line. Payne has ran the ball well today. That would be his 15th carry for his 45th yard. Akron with 4 guys, 38 or more yards. And there you see Payne. Great blocking by the offensive line. Again, Lowell Faison, a nice tackle, but when the safeties have to make the tackle on 3rd and 1, that's pretty much going to mean, or 2nd and 1, that's going to mean there's going to be first down yardage. Payne again off left side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Byron Driver, Pete Smith there to stop, along with Chikosi Bell on the stop. So Payne picks up another 4 yards. And Ball State going to face Akron going to face a 2nd and 6. Maybe 2nd and 5. So another big chunky yardage on first down, Eric. The big play, we've been talking big play the whole time, and we're going to need a bunch of big plays to get back in this one.
Yeah, looking at the Ball State defense, still got basically the same starters as we opened the game with. Coach is going to stick with them.
Washington will another counter play, another draw play. This one, Jimmy Gray, and Jimmy Gray's inside the 50-yard line all the way down to the 44-yard line of Ball State. So again, that misdirection, draw play, counter play, whatever they throw at us, Bill Lynch said it would be effective, or it could be effective, and it definitely has been today.
Yeah, you see the replay. If the team's not, I think a coach would run every play if he could, because it eats up the clock and you're able to move the ball. And if you don't have to pass, then why risk it? And Akron is just running it right down our throats right now.
So Akron sets up shop at the 45 of the first down. It's going to be number 35. The middle, that's Matt Zerker. Looks like he gained about 2 yards on the play. 6 different Akron players have carried the ball so far for a grand total of 213 yards. So Ball State, as I said, getting 8 up on the ground. And Ball State still, and Akron, 126 through the air. Ball State still just those 51. Of course, 34 of those on Adrian Reese's big catch there on the last drive. So the clock, still 13 minutes left, but big plays needed. Need a stop here. Can't let Akron get a first down here. Another handoff, Jimmy Gray. Inside the 40-yard line down to the 39. So set up and a very important 3rd and about 5. So Aaron Connect, what do we need right here? We need a blitz, or what do we need? We need to stop.
Need to just stop the run. They're continuing just to jam it down our throats. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Hang in there.
Here you see the total yardage, just a domination right now for Akron. 3rd and 5, 12:16 to go. That same exact play, and it's going to be Shaka Johnson with the nice tackle. Shaka and the defense finally figures it out. That same play, that little misdirection they've been running with Payne and now Gray. Looks like he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down, and Akron's going to go for this one. They're inside the 40, so 4th down territory for Akron. Still up 21. So on 4th and 4. Big play here. Just saw the score. Marshall up 19-0 in the 3rd at Miami. And they'll run the option, and it's going to be stuffed. Senenguru Rasunaguku and Mark Zachary covering up James Washington. He lost 1 yard. Ball State will get the football. 11:29 left, Eric. Great play. They run that option. We've only seen that 2 or 3 times today, and Ball State had that snuffed out.
That was kind of a slap in the face in the Ball State defense. 4th and 4 near the 40-yard line, and they went for it, and the defense responded and able to shut down Washington that time.
So a little life on the sidelines right now, but if we don't score right here and right now, then this one all but over. This is the most important drive so far of the game. 24-3. You see the score. Kahn back to throw. Plenty of time. Over the middle. There's Adrian Reese inside the 50 to the 45, down to the 43-yard line. He's wrapped up. Another big play from Adrian Reese, probably 18 yards, we'll call it. First down, Ball State.
Get the ball to Adrian Reese, the team's best receiver. There he was in motion, and Brian picking out a seam in the zone, and it hits him right there for the big gain.
Adrian's third catch for 56 yards, and he's got pretty much all the Ball State receiving yards so far. Kahn again, 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. That looks like Cuevas Tate in the backfield. Kahn, a quick drop, finds Reese again. Reese goes inside, and we'll run it down to the 36, a gain of about 6 yards. So
that'll work.
Quick yardage for Adrian. The clock's still running. Ball State kind of in the hurry-up offense. Not a real huddle here, or a real quick huddle. Kahn will get the play. Ball State can't waste time right now. The play clock's fine, but they get the chain set, the clock running. Kahn hands off Cuevas Tate. Cuevas breaks a tackle, almost got up to the first down. Wow, it was nice to see Cuevas gain some positive yardage. I think that's the first time he's got past the line of scrimmage. Cuevas may be in there, maybe a little more of a receiving threat than maybe Nick Dunbar. And we need to throw the football right now. A crazy fan. I'm not really certain what that guy's name is, but I know the school hires him to, or he's paid by the school to come here. And
you're kidding.
He comes around, he goes around to about every school. Big 3rd and 1 here. Tate up the middle, got the first down. So move the chains. Back to the crazy fan. That guy is, I remember him here at a game last year. And he bangs on that drum all day. And,
Now that guy, he's a super fan.
There you go.
I mean, he epitomizes what a super fan's all about.
Listen, he's got the crowd going. He kind of looks like a nutcase to me, but he's doing his job.
That's
Somebody's
right.
got to do the job.
There you go.
Might as well concentrate on the side he's on. Adrian Reese in motion on first down. Under 10 minutes to go. Cardinals need points, need them quick. Kahn going for the end zone. Adrian Reese and deflected and intercepted by number 15 for Akron, Dwight Smith. And there we go. That is just, oh boy. Hey, there's nothing you can say. You just can't say anything about this. I mean, Kahn threw a good football, got caught up in the wind a little bit, and it was tipped, and
defender did a good job tipping it with his left hand.
Yeah.
And
it's just enough to make you sick.
wow.
Man. So that'll pretty much do it. 24-3, 9:20 left. It's going to take a miracle right now, and boy, oh boy. Just when you think Ball State, they had those 4 tough games to open up things, and 3 on the road, and Toledo, the defending MAC West, and you get Akron in here, a team that Ball State could beat Toledo. It's just today, it's just not going to happen.
Well, I think this has been clearly their most disappointing performance of the year. The first 4 games obviously were very difficult schedule, and today they just haven't played well, and it's really showed.
So Ball State looks to fall to 0-2 in the MAC, of course losing to Toledo 2 weeks ago. This one just out of hand early, and the Cardinals with some signs of life here in the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter, but if you don't turn them into points, you're going to die quick. So incomplete on the first play, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Butchie Washington. Long count. That misdirection counter play for number 44, McCray. Ahead for about 3 yards. Looks like they're introducing the starting lineups for Ball State over at the field hockey field right now. And Ball State playing Ohio today. 2 huge games for the Cardinal field hockey team this weekend. They beat Kent yesterday, the other ranked team in Division I field hockey, and Ohio was ranked earlier this season. Some losses have got them out of the rankings, but another, as my voice is just gone right now, maybe all that yelling we did at the homecoming parade. A deep ball here, And they're going to throw the flag on Lowell Faison. Lowell had no clue where the ball was, and he ran right into the receiver. We saw that same kind of play with Ball State earlier. It looks like it's going to be 15 yards. Will be an Akron first down. Let's go down to Bill Davis. Bill, where are you?
Well, I'm down here next to the, there's a few instruments, a few xylophones down here. I do have a report for you. I got a chance to speak to head coach Lee Owens from Akron before the game. He mentioned that last year, despite the 52-14 shellacking, he felt that Akron didn't play Ball State very well. He felt that there were a lot of holes. Well, this year he said he was going to be even more focused. Now, if it's possible to be more focused than a 52-14 win, I'm not sure. But it does look like they have played Ball State to a T.
That's right, Bill. Thanks for the report. Of course, Ball State has shot themselves in the foot over and over again, and you do that.
Coach not happy with the call.
No, not at all. I mean, you saw the same kind of play early on, and when Ball State was not given the penalty. And here's Payne with a spin move. Shaka Johnson brings him down. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards. And a flag on the play. There is no flag on the play, I guess. Bill, back to you. Another report. Bill Davis.
Yeah, that's right. As if to add more to Ball State's woes, it has started to rain down here. What a beautiful sunny day we had at the start of the game, but now it's starting to rain, which is going to force both teams to start running the football. It's going to get too slick to start throwing the football, so it really, really looks bad for Ball State right now, guys.
Bill's exactly right. And, of course, what the rain will do is probably empty out this stadium, too. Oh, there was some holding that was not called at all. Lavelle Bailey, James Washington overthrew. Rockmon Crable was, I mean, if it wasn't holding, it was almost a clip. I mean, you can't push in the back. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, it's just too little too late for a flag. But, you know, Rockmon Crable was almost through to sack Washington right there, and there was nothing he could do. He get pushed in the back and can't keep your balance. But, of course, other sports, the volleyball team was winners last night.
In 3 games over Bowling Green.
We'll get some scores from the other games. The soccer team in action. Soccer team actually broke their losing streak yesterday. It was a tie, though. So kind of a positive there for the soccer team to get back through. The women's volleyball team beat Bowling Green last night in straight sets, 15-9, 15-3, 15-5. They played in Toledo this evening. Game time about 7 p.m. on that one. The soccer team tied with Bowling Green as there's a timeout on the field. Soccer team tied Bowling Green yesterday 2-2, so the Cardinals got a few goals. The Cardinals have been shut out a few times this season. They got some scores, and that was nice to see. They will square off against Toledo tomorrow, a 1 p.m. start, I believe. And of course, the field hockey team avenging that loss to Kent from last season, and it looks like they're almost underway over at the field hockey field. They have to deal with some rain on that turf field. Of course, that'll get slick over there, too. Ball State playing Ohio over there today. Sally Northcroft. Not sure the exact number of goals that Sally has, but she's got a ton. I know that. She broke her own record this year and scored 7. And hopefully we will be bringing you the MAC championship game later on in November. I think November 2nd. Saturday, the MAC championship field hockey game. We will bring it to you even if Ball State is not in it, but the chances of Ball State not being in the MAC field hockey title game pretty much slim. And we're back to action. Schifino, the catch from James Washington, and he is going to be gang tackled, but not after a gain of about 10 yards. And keep the clock rolling. First down for Akron. So 24-3 the score. And Ball State going to fall to 0-5.
Another quick pass to the sidelines, and Schifino, a pretty sure-handed receiver for the Zips. Not a guy with a lot of great speed, but just a very steady player for Akron.
Schifino his 4th catch for 60 yards. And, Akron sharing the wealth on running the football. We got 4 guys with 4 guys with more than 7 carries, and 4 guys with more than 40 yards. And Lavelle Bailey and Jake Schifino have been covering the receiving yards. Here's Brandon Payne is going to be stopped by Eddie George. And looks like Byron Driver, Pete Smith. Gain of 5 though, and Once again, more big chunks on first down.
And you look at this Akron offense, it's pretty young, but as we go to the replay, they got a lot of young players on this team. Washington's just a junior. Young man carrying the ball right there. Payne is just a freshman, redshirt freshman. They got their wide receivers who are both underclassmen, Schifino and Bailey. So this team's going to be a team to be reckoned with next year and this year.
Jimmy Gray up straight up the middle. Boy, Gray has ran the football well today. That's only his 8th carry, and with that carry, I think he's going to go even over Brandon Payne. That'll put him with a gain of about at least 15 on that play right there. And Gray now with 66 total yards on just 8 carries. Payne has 19 for 67. And you're right, Eric Connect, with James Washington, only a junior. I mean, this team, they're getting it together after struggling to beat Buffalo and really getting tore up in the second half at Eastern Michigan last week. And here's Jimmy Gray outside, and he's inside the 10, going to be knocked out of bounds by Lowell Faison. Tackle on half the distance to the goal line with a face mask, and not been a good day for Lowell Faison at all.
Hang on. New running back, but the same results.
Gray again.
Jimmy Gray.
Man, Gray has just been tough today.
There's another underclassman. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. They got Brandon Payne. He's a freshman. This team's going to be a solid football team next year, and they're already pretty good right now.
Lowell's got to know that. He's a senior. You can't wrap him up at the face mask. The referees are right there going to call that one. So Akron knocking at the door and really, really going to put this one away. And boy, oh boy. Like I said, I don't want to be in the press room after this one. You just don't know how can Coach Lynch explain it? I mean, this team they did not execute again. Number 27, Christian Morgan, a new ball carrier, a sophomore. The carry, I think he's stopped at the line of scrimmage, no gain. So nice stop there by Ball State, but too little too late. There's Presley and Shaka Johnson with the tackle.
And I just can't stress enough that it's not one player, it's not one part of the team that's causing the problems for Ball State. It's a team effort. They just cannot get in sync, and they can't all, as they run it in for a touchdown.
McCray he's in for the into the end zone for the Akron touchdown. 30-3 the score. I see Clay Walters warming up on the sidelines, and Clay will probably get some action here. As you see McCray, just a simple handoff up the middle, and Akron's dominated the line of scrimmage all day, and you ask them to pick up 2 yards, and they're like, hey, it's pretty easy today. So McCray, his first touchdown of the day. And Zach Durr in to attempt the extra point to make it 31-3, and Coach Lynch right there. Not much you can say. Just got to move on to the next week. Another extra point that goes off the scoreboard. So Akron leads at 31-3. And it looks like Clay Walters roaming around, and Clay's going to get some action here late. And doesn't mean anything other than just going to give him a couple snaps of action. But Brian not really effective today. Take a look at his stat line, and Brian struggled today. Just 76 total pass yards, 8 for 16, and of course those 2 interceptions. The one was an overthrow, and the other was an underthrow that was deflected. The wind, maybe hurting him there a little bit, but you got to complete the passes, and they're a team that struggles as much as they do playing on grass. They play most of their games on the turf and at home on the turf. And
I really expect Akron to win a lot more games here the last part of the season. This is a pretty darn good offense, and they got some good defensive players too. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled off a couple upsets last part of the year.
So Akron maybe one more play here. from scrimmage. Also, our special thanks to everybody at the Athletic Communications Department at Ball State University. Special thanks to Joe Hernandez, Chris Taylor, Bob Moore, Kathy Muffenbauer, all the contacts over there, the people that help us out so much with what we do, the information, the things they let us do, interviews and everything like that. As that's going to be the last play of the game. Ball State 31-9 losers at homecoming. And Ball State 7-game winning streak is over in homecoming, and the 10-game losing streak extends now to an 11-game losing streak. And hopefully next week against Northern Illinois, Ball State can get something going and they get on the winning side of things. And today they were never really even close.
All week it's time to win a ball game, and the excuses, they didn't want to hear about them anymore, and they really can't look at anybody else except for themselves. They just didn't get the job done. They didn't make the plays. They made too many mistakes, and the scoreboard reflects it.
Some final statistics, total yards, just an absolute domination by the Zips. They had 282 rushing yards to 136 passing yards. Ball State did get over the 100-yard mark in rushes with 102 and 141 passing yards. As you see, the teams will huddle in the center of the field. The band will come on the field for their post-game show. Our Bill Davis will grab Coach Lynch here in a few moments. Right now, we'll just go over some more stats. You just take a look at the running game for Akron, and big key stat is you've got Jimmy Gray with 9 carries for 88 yards. Brandon Payne with 67 yards. They controlled the line of scrimmage, and that's why they were 31-9 winners.
Just ran it down our throats.
All right, Bill Lynch is down on the field with head coach Bill Lynch. Go down to Bill.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach Lynch. Disappointing loss for you guys this week.
Yeah, they played a better football game than we did. They were able to run the football on us, and we turned the ball over too many times. And we just got some things we got to get corrected here in the next couple weeks.
What kind of things are you looking to work on?
Well, we got to stop the run better, and we got to run the football better, and we can't turn the ball over so much.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Well, he's right, and I mean that's the same thing that Bill's had to say every week. You got to work on some things, and the way they were working on today is not how you have to do it. And in order to turn this thing around, maybe there has to be some changes. Maybe it's just get these guys they just need to start performing on a consistent basis.
That's all there is to it. I mean, Coach Lynch knows exactly what's wrong. The players know exactly what's going wrong. They just got to perform on the field and quit making stupid mistakes. And playmaking abilities, I don't know how much they have on this team. I think Adrian Reese is a guy who does have that ability. They just haven't been able to get him the ball much. They just need to find some other people that can make plays on the offensive side of the ball and defensive.
Well, the final score, once again, Ball State loses it 31-9 here at Ball State Stadium. We will come back after a break, wrap it up from here. Well, we're not going to go ahead. We're not going to send it to break, although we do have a player of the game. Adrian Reese, going to choose him as the player of the game. We will talk to him, hopefully, if we can get Adrian Reese. Probably not. Looks like Adrian's already inside. He's our player of the game. 4 receptions, 62 yards, return yards, 49 for Adrian. And I guess that'll pretty much wrap it up as we take a look at the credits. We got to thank Tim Pollard, our executive producer Jason Brocklesby, who's been helping us out the whole game. Directors Matt Stoltz, Del Feltz. Technical directors Jerome Harrison, Joe Graham. Thanks, guys. Replay Patrick Dam, former Ball State volleyball player, and Scott Hughes as the Ball State band gets us going here. Beth Hall and Phil Nardiello on the Chiron, what you're seeing right now. And audio, Todd Rose and Alan Skaya. And Matt Ernstis, Ian Vertrees on the audio, in the audio booth. Camera, Brandon Smith, Andrea Bernatz, Jeff Whirling, Chris Alm, Jason Seabach, Ricky Simler, Sarah Rissmiller, Ryan Marshall, and John Shaner up here in the booth with us. And other thanks to Stephanie Miller, Sonny Wingler, and everybody at WIPB. Chris Buckley, you're the man. Camera supervisors Larry Cannon, all the people at WIPB for letting us do this production. We're sorry we couldn't bring you a Ball State victory, but so Ball State comes up on the short end of the stick. And again, thanks to the athletic department. You just watched a production of WCRH Sports. We hope to bring you some more action in the near future. Thanks for watching on Channel 57 and 43. And for Eric Connect, I'm Jeff Mullins. Once again, the final score from Ball State University. Akron, the Akron Zips 31, the Ball State Cardinals 9. Ball State an 11-game losing streak. They fall to 0-5. Akron moves ahead to 3-2. We will see you in the coming weeks.